So Nomad is the title of the album, but there's also a song on the album called Nomad, which is definitely one of my favorite ones, and really another example of how the bass guitar is really essential. In that verse, there's a very simple guitar line being played, which is what the song was written against. But what makes the story unfold is the bass guitar. And if you listen to it, the first thing you're going to notice is that bass part that I played that advances the verse and sort of contributes to the story of the song. And then the solo section was a lot of fun. It was very much just free form, and again, another one of those songs that kind of really stretches out at the end with a very long solo. And if you'll notice on the album, you know, a lot of the solos that I do, just to talk a bit about the guitar approach, is with a clean sound. It's almost, I'm noticing the older I get, the cleaner I prefer my guitar to sound, the more pleasant it is for me to listen to, and just, you know, the sound of those lines with a clean sound is very pleasing to me. And so on this song, I didn't use a lot of distortion. I just kind of plugged straight into a Fender and got a real clean sound for the solo. And I find it to be very expressive, actually. Once you get in the headspace of that, the way you hit the note, it's very exposed. It might scare off certain kinds of players, but for me, I like that because I feel real emotionally connected to what I'm doing. So on that song, aside from the storyline and the lyrics and what have you, one of the things that's really fun about it, and I think the listener will latch onto, is the lead guitar work at the end. It really stretches out. And then the other bit about that song that is interesting, originally when I recorded it, that song has been in existence for years. I just didn't have the right moment to release it. That one and the song Nihilist are kind of like bookends. But Nomad has existed for very long, and originally the recording was programmed drums. I actually sat down and programmed all the parts, and when I listened to it in connection to the rest of the album, I decided I did not like the sound of the programmed drums. I liked the parts they were playing, just didn't like the sound. And so I called my friend Dan Petrush, who's a virtuoso drummer and gets it right away. I sent him the song. I said, I want you to come in and I want you to learn what I did and play it. And so he came and he had it all charted, and he played my parts, but he played them perfectly with feeling, as if they were his parts. And so that really, for me, took the track to another level, was having him come in. Because on the rest of the album, there's one other song that I had a friend come in, my friend Kyle Hughes, who did my last tour. He came in and played on the song These Doors. But all the other songs, I played drums on them. But for Nomad, it was nice to get Dan in there. Because what happens is, when I hear my music and I write, I hear everything finished. I really do. I don't always have all the vocal lyrics until the end, but I have the phrasing, and I have the melodies, and I have the drum parts, and all that stuff. I can hear it. So that's usually why I end up doing everything myself, is because I can go in and do it. But what happens oftentimes is that I don't have the same ability, not even close, behind the drums that I do on the guitar or the bass. So inevitably I find myself in a situation where I'm hearing musical parts that I can't execute. And so that's when I pick up the phone and I call a friend and have them come in and play for me. So that happened on Nomad, but the end result, I'm really happy with it, and I ended up calling the album Nomad. So there you go.